Ladies and gentlemen, sit down once more. The show is about to begin again. Our intrepid actors, in this case, have found themselves in a situation far beyond what they imagined. Of course, having defeated their enemy, they find themselves back in the city, where chaos now reigns. The king is dead. Long live the queen. Or perhaps some call for her head. Regardless, though, chaos has embraced Korvosa. And perhaps, with the help of a spirit and a bit of a gem, our group can visit the queen themselves. Welcome to the Crimson Queen! Of course, yes, you missed last week. It was very fun. Let me unmute them. So we're not talking about Pokemon right
now. Sorry, I don't. What is this Pokemon you speak of?
I think it contains
we're playing Pathfinder.
Relatable character named Larry.
It's called a summoner.
I wish I could be Larry. Okay.
I love Larry.
Larry has as much money as Larry does.
Larry has like 3 jobs, man.
If I could be Larry, dude, like life would be good.
It
would be the okayest life ever.
Run like dog shit. It'd be great because it has some of the best chimneys.
The only Larry that came to my mind is Leisure Suit Larry.
Well, you don't want to be that guy.
No, you don't want to be that guy. Yeah, he ends up in prison.
Yeah.
We left off, I think, deciding on how we wanted to proceed.
Well, I think we were talking about delivering something to a queen and then sleeping.
Yes.
Well, I think we were talking about doing it delivering in the morning.
Yeah.
There's a horrific riot going on outside.
And I will tell you,
a lot of blood.
I also don't want to be hit in the head by a falling imp.
I don't think we can kill an imp.
Or house dragon.
It's raining imps.
Well, you theoretically can. So, certainly it is not a pleasant night. As much as you are indoors and out of the way of danger, it always feels like
citizen of the
just
Empire.
On the outside of everything. There is screaming that echoes through the streets, sounds of explosions, riotous noise of groups of individuals, breaking of glass and wood and all these kind of materials. It's the noise of the destruction and riots continues to echo through the night, and certainly makes it not the most pleasant of rests any of you have had.
I make everyone, before I go to bed, I make everyone Imp Drake soup.
I don't eat that. They are highly intelligent creatures that are akin to people. That feels wrong.
Their bodies are literally lying in the streets.
I do not partake in any imp flesh.
Yeah, I'm talking about not the fact that they're dead, the moral implications of eating a creature that is capable of speech.
I also don't think an imp would taste very good.
Well,
also it probably doesn't. It tastes like hell.
What happens if someone casts...
like literally.
What happens if someone casts speak with plants and speak with animals to you?
Well, see, the thing is, speak with animals and speak with plants doesn't convey the ability to speak for those things. It allows magic to translate your words in their words. They don't really have words.
And they aren't smart.
It's more of a magic interpretation, less than the creature's capabilities. That provides no moral quandary.
What about someone... What if the imp was dumb? As in, actually couldn't speak?
I'm not gonna lie, it probably is pretty awful. I do not think the devil flesh makes for good soup.
Yeah, it probably tastes
It might be spicy.
The person being dumb is irrelevant to the discussion.
Very sulfury, right?
Well, they wouldn't be able to speak, though.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't eat a person if they couldn't speak.
Anyway.
Would you eat a human if they couldn't speak? You wouldn't, okay? Point 1.
Stop considering things.
Not wrong.
I'm just making use of the resources we have at our fingertips.
It is resource you have available.
You can go for it. I have like lunch packed for my father. I could share.
Well, what about the house dragons? Do you have a...
They speak too.
So those are actual intelligent creatures.
So do wyverns, but I've eaten them.
You can eat what you want. I'm just telling you why I won't eat it. You can't eat what you want. I'm okay with you eating those. Change the
Can
statement.
I have some of your bread?
Yeah, and I give you. You probably got a packed lunch too.
Oh, you know, yeah, you're right. I forgot about it.
My father's very
Thanks for
generous.
the offer,
Did you
soup
bring enough for the
man,
class?
But I'm good.
Also, I'm probably used to eating this. I mean, isn't like the whole Cinderlands like got like devil creatures in it? Or-
They probably don't
maybe,
eat devil.
but they don't
creatures.
eat devil creatures. They're like
That's
not
upset stomach
good
moment.
for you.
And bad tummy ache, yeah.
Yeah, it's
You
like
know,
Okay, then I guess I just make drinks. House drinks.
that's probably
that, wait,
better.
that feels like cannibalism. You're a dragon.
Well, they're pseudo dragons,
I'm
not
just
really
saying.
dragons.
Pseudo dragons are dragon type though. So that's all I'm saying.
You know, there are people that eat apes. It's the same thing. You shouldn't,
You
It's a
know,
little weird.
but it happens.
Hey, I'm just pointing out, okay? That's all. We're good. We're good.
Mhm. Alright.
Yeah, I'd probably know better than to eat devils. That's a good.
Mhm.
If you want to vomit, you can eat it though. I mean, I think we sleep the night.
Yep.
Relatively peacefully.
Sort
as,
of
as well as you can get in the middle of a riot.
peaceful.
Undisturbed. How about that?
Imp drops keep falling on our house.
It's
Hey,
more like, you
wow.
know, hey, there's this, like, armed, that seems to be some kind of large group, armed mob outside the house, screaming for blood, and, you know, don't want them coming inside here and raiding the place, so, you know, that's probably for the better.
Stick my head out the window. Shut up!
Don't do that. Don't do that. That would be a very bad
Get
idea.
off my lawn.
You don't own this, you don't own the house, and the house doesn't have a lawn.
They don't know
Spotted,
that.
yeah.
They don't know that.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean they won't burn the house down.
I don't think they care. Anyway, so, morning will come. Again, it's not the most peaceful sleep that any of you have ever had, and certainly, probably, for some of you, hard to say if it's the worst. There's probably been pretty rough situations in life, but it's done. Morning has come, and it's hard to tell what's going on, but certainly things are noticeably quieter by now. At very least, you're not hearing large explosions or, you know, the screams echoing through the streets aren't as noticeable. And certainly, you currently do not hear any angry mobs nearby.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, hopefully there's somewhere else. You're not burning the poor people district.
Hopefully they just haven't. Hopefully they haven't migrated closer to the castle.
Good
Well, I
question.
believe we should be migrating closer to the castle.
Well,
Oh.
yes, that's what I'm saying. Hopefully they didn't move in the direction we're going.
Agreed.
Uh,
But
As
also another question. What do we want to do with body?
Bring it with us. There might be more order closer. Might be able to turn it into a reward.
I
You
thought
forgot
there-
you have Lan's
I-
body!
I don't know if walking through the streets towards the castle, carrying the body, would
I don't
be
think
a
we need his
good
body.
idea.
I think we have. I think we have all we need. I don't think. I don't think
we
we
have
need
his
much.
body here. Is
he's-
the thing. I'm saying, what do we
he's-
want to do with it? It's going to start stinking.
That definitely
I
is true.
pulled a
Let's
knife
just toss
out
it.
of his chest.
Okay.
Can you put him in like the center of the street just for a minute?
Can you
Very
just
well.
open the rod and
Okay.
set straight? Doesn't do
I'm
that.
gonna
think it
first
might-
open the door and look around and see if there's people like any people milling about or anything or guards.
okay, give me
'cause I don't want to
perception.
just walk out
Yeah,
with
yeah.
a dead body and sit
Yeah,
in
give me
the
perception
street.
then.
They know who. I mean, we can easily just say who this guy is. Alright, those are eyes.
Okay, you take a look around. You do not notice anything. You don't see. It seems pretty quiet, at least this little section of the street.
Okay, I'll
You know.
take the
I-
body out and sit it in the street.
Before we get a little too far, just a quick question: is anyone still? Did anyone need long-term care for hit point ceiling? You heal
No,
your
I don't
level.
believe
Oh,
I
I
took
mean-
any damage.
I mean, I'm down. I was down 9 beginning of the night. I healed 2.
Okay, I'm gonna make a roll for you. That I might get you to heal a couple extra points.
Ooh.
Just before we get a little too far. And I don't make it, so you don't get extra healing.
Cool.
He fell asleep on top of your wound.
Nice.
And don't forget to mark your spells.
Yeah, I already prepped my spells for today.
I guess. It's
Yeah, how ramshackle and close together are buildings here?
This area of the city is pretty like shoved together, so buildings tend to be pretty close. A lot of there tends to be like rows of houses with occasionally like small alley breaks between them, here and there.
Alright.
The entire place is very packed.
Second question. This is gonna sound weird. Is there an ongoing bounty for this guy?
I'm going to say technically no,
Okay.
because he in particular has not been blamed for any crime.
Mm.
So it's sort of like you have evidence he's associated with a lot of crimes, and probably there are people within the guard that might suspect him of crimes, but he's always been in this position where he's very difficult to catch and prosecute, and he doesn't tend to... He flew under the radar a lot.
Okay.
Pretty well throughout his many decades at work in the city.
Yeah, I'll just say, just leave him dead in the street.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
Perhaps we should bring his head with us. That'll at least be easier to carry.
I don't think you should decapitate people.
That will provide us no gain for the city guard, and it will only bring us disdain.
We already have the evidence we need. Points to
Very
the
well.
ledger in someone's backpack.
People inside
I
cities
have it
do
on.
not take kindly to decapitated heads. People. A bit of a
Well-
faux pas.
Alright.
We also just murdered the man, so that's also not a good look in our books.
Well, luckily
I'm
it is
gonna
only
take him
him.
and throw him into an alleyway nearby rather than leave him in the middle of the street.
So let's not taint ourselves
Okay.
further.
Yeah, there's like a small
yeah.
alleyway. You can kind of shove him in.
Baldur's
He-
Gate.
you know, just Baldur's Gate, throw him into the side of the street.
I
yeah.
bonus action shove.
I mean, first mistake, you've gotten rid of your improvised weapon, so...
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Can I use the enemy's own weapon against him by grabbing his arm and going?
No, but I will use this imp corpse I found as a bludgeoning tool.
Goddamn those
Okay.
corpses. Anyway,
Um,
so his body has been disposed of. What is your plan now? You still do have
I
a
think we're...
box of loot inside.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can deal with selling that stuff.
Solara's house.
Is there a safer place we can store this?
There was,
Perhaps someone else to look over it.
My father's church would do well. No one would burn that.
I'm
But
sorry,
in
there's
terms of the
a-
items,
This is a master... Just read through a masterwork shuriken, what the fuck?
in terms of the items in here, though, I believe there's a wand of magic missiles that would go greatly in your hands, Ivona.
I already have this, and I gesture the acid splash wand. I don't want to take it anymore. If you need it.
You're the only one that can use it.
Oh, cool! I didn't know that you just didn't get this spell.
I
I'm
don't get
real.
magic missile on my spell list.
I don't know the witch's spell list.
No, I would have taken it if I had the choice of it.
Take a magic.
don't.
How many charges does it
You
have?
have to have it on
20.
your spell list to use it?
Yes.
I would have to
or
make
you make a check.
That
I
would
had
have
to make
used
it a
magic
DC.
device.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's what
I'm only at a plus
Mhm.
5 for now, which isn't great.
But to use magic device, you'd have to roll every
Hey,
time and
I mean-
check every time. So. No.
Whatever,
No, one
when we get to
magic
level
missile, it
8?
just fires one missile, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
because
one
again,
missile at 1d4 plus 1.
If it didn't say, assume it's at the lowest level that we cast.
Yeah.
It's a first level version.
So you get 23 charges on that.
Hey, I'm gonna be real. I say spell slots.
Yeah, I would have definitely taken it because I have less abilities after I use my thing, but it's I can't use it.
It's a solid 1d4 plus 1 that doesn't miss. Honestly, you can just do some damage, which can help.
And there's
Yeah.
a plus 1 dagger, which someone probably should take in case we fight enemies that need magic weapon to damage fully.
I mean,
think the melee
as long
character
as we
should
can wait till next level, I'll be fine. So, we can get
Well,
into this.
my Khandes, my big friend. Do you want to take the dagger?
I can if you want me to.
Only it's best in someone's hands that will be getting in there to the fray. There are many creatures that require magically enhanced weapons to fully damage.
I can take it for now.
There's no harm in it. Finding a buyer in this market would be pretty difficult. So yeah, you have a plus 1 dagger.
It really would.
Yeah, the shops are closed.
Yeah, and all this stuff we probably don't worry about selling. for now.
Is it all this money we could have? Oh wait, all the shops are closed because of the riot.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little difficult.
By the way, we're moving stuff from the list that people are taking, so put it on your sheet.
Yeah, I am gonna take
Yeah.
the wand of magic missile.
Alright. Having doled out a couple of items, you can probably find a place within Zalara's house to stash the thing.
Yeah, I guess we just live here now.
The house is abandoned anyway.
How do
No one has
property
come.
rights work.
That actually is a really good question because that's what Lamb was taking advantage of. If someone dies and there's no one to inherit it, the house sits for a number of years before the city comes and collects it.
Yeah.
They give a chance for someone that has the right to claim it. So land kept going to places that would fall in disrepute, live there for a few years, move on, continue repeating that. That was a cycle.
Well,
So-
we do have a ghost, so maybe we can convince her to give us her house.
I don't know if a ghost holds up in the court of law.
I mean, she's technically not known to be dead. Her house has just been kind of abandoned for a period of time.
I mean, adventurers did it all the time, They leave on adventures for like a couple of years, come back to the house.
Yeah, and no one knows that she was murdered. Her head was stuffed into a box and body was fed to an alligator. So
Yeah, ooh, yeah. That is a weird set of things to happen.
Yeah.
that's what Land did to her.
Now, if it needs to be a number of years, we're good for now, and we will. Maybe we can handle it in the court.
Yeah, it's non-concern.
Yeah. We can always officially purchase it later if we want it.
All right. So moving back out into the city, if you're heading straight to the Castle Korvosa, I assume that's what you're doing.
Do you want to head to the guard place first? Because that might be... Because us just showing up and saying we have this thing might be weird.
Well, are we dropping the chest off at the church? Because we don't have a key to this place, so we can't lock it up.
That's also true.
Yeah,
we
you can drop it off at the
We
church.
could drop at the church.
Arriving back at the shrine/church, it's packed full of people. Seemingly during the rest of the night, as much as there was a lot of people, many more people showed up. Ivana, you can see that, your mother is working together with Lucia's priest father to, look after people, with a number of other individuals that seemingly have volunteered, who are in relatively good shape to look after, injured people, elderly, women and children that are hiding, mothers with their young childs and stuff. And certainly, where do you want to stash the chest then?
I mean, wherever we store
I have
it,
a room.
I'll let
You have a bedroom.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
I take the I'll lock it and I'll put the
Oh,
key in my
hello! I surrender! No, I am just a normal citizen! Oh, it's you! Oh, hello!
I
it's
forgot
this guy.
I had you come in here. Sorry, it's been a long night. You could help us.
Oh, can I?
Yes.
Oh, I'm just a normal citizen!
Yeah, don't say it like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Pull the hood over your head. I put the chest down, in like a secret spot or whatever I have.
Shove it like a good.
I tell you to
corner or
put it
something.
down.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, Khandes puts it down. He's the one probably carrying it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm probably carrying it.
Yeah, I tell you where
I
to
put
put
it down. Yeah.
Have you ever spoken to the queen, or the previous king, or specifically?
Well, not personally. My father was many of the courts and stuff. I did see and witness the royalties before, and I know a number of other nobles. Why do you ask?
We have something that belongs to the queen.
Oh, okay.
We wish an audience.
Then allow me to accompany you to the castle. I can attempt to make things a little more smoothed over, yes, to meet and return the object. And that would get me to a nice side of town. As much as the priest here and the fellows have been very nice and kind to me, I would like to head home, honestly.
I need to pick your minds, my noble friend.
Of course.
What, as I ask this question, I'm hopefully going to be able to roll as well.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the weight of a bastard of one of the houses, high houses of Korvosa, weigh in to speak to the queen?
That is a difficult thing. If you or one of your associates here would claim such a position, it doesn't mean that you not necessarily would grant extra favor. In a case like yours, where you're returning an object, even a general citizen could perhaps gain audience, depending on if she wishes for it. I guess it depends on what object you're attempting to return, whether or not she'd be concerned. I mean,
the
queen, as much as she's in charge.
It's a question if it was a ruse or not, if that would help us win favor. But it sounds like it would.
I do not know, unfortunately. I guess it depends on if you would be acknowledged, if the person would be acknowledged or not, and whether or not they would be very hostile to claiming connections, even if they aren't acknowledging.
We will rely on your charm, though.
That would be more if you're attempting something related to nobility and royal court. I think just returning an item perhaps would be a little bit easier. I'll chat with the guards.
We have a plan B if your plan A fails.
If you don't mind, we can stop by my domicile along the way. It is in the upper areas, closer to the castle. I can get changed and prepare myself a little bit more to be presentable, if that would help your case.
I am most likely.
We can return to your family's mansion. It would do us good to be as well prepared as we can be for an audience with the newly crowned queen.
We might want.
We do need to
I just
clean
wanna-
up a bit.
Look at the two
I do want to point out my character
literal
wearing like,
barbarians.
the most tribal stuff.
Yeah, and I'm
literal
like,
barbarians.
Same here.
I'm like looking at these two, and we could probably. They probably won't fit in any of the clothes in your house.
Yeah, we've got like what, 2 barbarians, a disheveled soldier man. I don't know. You're probably what, you in like some kind of monk robe or whatever, or normalized clothing.
I'm in like, you know, classic wizardry robes. You know what I mean, like long robes.
And then some idiot who's just in Victorian half mourning clothing. Yeah, we're quite a fashionable party.
Although, if you have any loner clothes, that would be potentially advantageous.
I could perhaps arrange something when we get back there.
As you said, I doubt they would fit me.
It is good to consider these things when we
Right.
wish to meet with such.
So
I
you
know
will
that.
head for the heights then.
Yeah.
And your young noble friend here is not very deep into the heights, meaning his family is a little bit more of an important family, but he's probably, you know, like the youngest son kind of character who honestly, you know, is in the edge of the sea. So I'm in Gelento.
I probably have like memories of this area of the city too.
I might stop a picture. Let me see if I do. I do! Ha! There you go.
They
Throw
look
him up
like.
again.
That's
I
fine.
will.
He looks like a
I'll
normalish dude. He looks
Yeah.
Oh, this guy has a weirdly long face.
He's got, you know,
Got a
listen,
really
he's got
long neck
pronounced-
too.
It's better than
He's
the
got a-
guard captain dude who just looks depressed.
he
Well,
was depressed.
He is
though.
depressed.
He really
He
was.
just looks sad. Ah, yes, the most important NPC handled, and orphan.
Probably though, I mean, like, at least Ivona, you might have looked into going to the academy, so you might have been in this area of the heights before you settled on which college to go to. I mean,
I probably lived here, right?
yeah, you probably lived in the heights too. In comparison to a lot of the rest of the city, as soon as you kind of enter this area, it's not without damage or some bits of stuff from perhaps riots and things, but it certainly looks as though this area's fared a lot well, and you can already see there seems to be a number of groups securing this area. The Korvosa Guard seems to much more be control this area. You begin to see patrols from the Sable Company. You do see them throughout, like, a little bit more now. And you see a retinue of Hell Knights seems to have taken to helping control this area.
Oh, fun.
Lovely.
Yes. There is
I love the Hell Knights.
There is a group of them stationed in the city here that are left
Uh-oh.
over from...
Technically evil.
It's the Order of the Nail. Who are technically being paid by the Korvosan government. So they are basically mercenaries.
Are the nail, what do we know of the nail?
You can give me a local check to know about them.
Oh, I can't.
I can.
Not a skill for
let
me.
me
I have
roll it.
history, I have planes, but that's it.
26.
26. Alright, their creed is savagery must be quelled in the land, home, and mind. So they probably don't take very kindly to Khandes or Ada very well. In their
These
ways.
guys are the lawful one. Not
These are the
yeah.
ones that are very lawful.
Oh, at least they're not evil.
Yeah.
Not the worst.
No.
They look horrific.
They're Hell Knights. They always look horrific. They just...
They got the spiky armor.
Mhm.
Look at him.
So, yes. But no, the three groups seem to be gaining some semblance of control, especially in like these areas of the city. So probably places like Old Korvosa are a lot more chaotic and filled with a lot more anarchy. But it seems like there are portions of the city that are coming under control. And certainly like this area here, where you would assume they would basically bash out a control from first, they've done a very good job of doing. So it does seem like after the long night, things are beginning to quiet down in Korvosa.
Yeah.
But you'll be led to a manor where a butler will let you in to the family estate of Gelento, and a older woman will come down, like panicking and hugging the young boy. You'll be let in, where you'll be allowed to, clean up, get some clothes, get maybe a fresh meal if you want one. Madam Gelento will basically will welcome you, treat you as honored guests of the heroes. She refers to it not in the nicest of way, the heroes of the slums, who,
I mean, it's not wrong.
Who just say Old Korvosa?
It's not wrong. It is
Or
the
Bridgefront.
Look,
It sucks.
she's very nobility. You can tell Amon is
I
probably a lot more understanding now. He's experienced a lot. He went to the dark side of town to, buy some probably things that were not necessarily shady, but you probably couldn't get in the area of his town, It's not illegal. It's just they don't sell it where he's from. Got in some trouble with an angry mob, that kind of thing that happens. So.
I'm going to take advantage of a lot of...
A freak.
But you can get yourselves all spiffed up, and as I said, get a pretty nice meal. Where once you are all cleaned up and the meal has been enjoyed, Amon will basically kind of say, if you want, we can head right away to the castle. It seems as though that as much as the city is still gripped in chaos, at very least here in the Heights things have gained control, and I can only hope that for your homes and the rest of the areas that eventually we can retain some order. But again, I do thank you for your rescuing me. I hope that I can help with this meeting.
Your help is appreciated.
Excellent. Well, he'll look over all of you, make sure Khandes, you're probably in some kind of buttoned up suit that you've never been anything like. I'm sort of Ivana, Lucia,
just painted with different morning clothing.
Yeah. Tavel, the three of you are used to kind of some outfits that are at least close enough to this, and or you have things you can wear, but Ada, you and Khandes you are not used to these kind of clothes, probably.
Very restricting, I imagine.
I definitely help put the clothes on for them, as I have experience with this type of wear.
I think Khandes, you probably a little bit more used to it because you've been living in the city. You work in the docks. You have just regular dock people outfit,
Yeah.
But this is another level higher. Well, Ada, you're going 2 or 3 levels higher,
Yeah.
I'm more concerned of busting it out of the clothes.
Yeah,
yes.
one wrong flex and those sleeves are gone.
and I'm also, and I'm just all what did they do about the wings?
Sleeves are temporary.
They figure something out,
Slice a slit up the back of the shirt.
Yeah, wearing clothes getting armor on you is...
Well, they probably call someone in, so it's around, maybe noon, where you're departing for the castle itself. Now...
Yeah.
Ooh. Castle Korvosa is looming. For a large portion of the city, you can see it. If any of you have knowledge history, you can roll something, because I can mention something about it that you might know.
Oh, knowledge history. Let me flex my wizarding skills. Hold on.
That's
a 12, baby.
That's a 16.
Okay. At very least, Lucia, you know that the castle has been here since before the city was founded. And even for the people that were living here, for the... I'm blanking out. What is it, Joe Worm?
Shanti?
What?
Shanti?
Shanti. Thank you. Shanti just left my brain. The Shanti people that lived here lived on top of these ancient ruins. These are ancient ruins.
We don't even remember what the point of the pyramid was.
Yeah,
We
it's
just
a
knew we were
massive.
supposed to guard it.
Yeah, it's a massive, gigantic pyramid in the center of the city, with the castle itself built on the very top of it. And so it's a giant flat-top pyramid with the castle kind of just built right on top of it. There are parts of it that, of course, have fallen to ruin. It's an ancient structure, but overall, the entire thing is very impressive and very well kept. The parts that have fallen into ruin are still parts of the lower pyramid, but basically the walkways and traveling up to the castle have been maintained.
Yeah,
There are ramps and stairways from all 4 directions. And courtyards surrounds the central structures of the pyramid. So,
Yeah, it's a very domineering figure, I think, on the approach.
yeah, normally, as petitioners of the monarch, in any case, there is a special broad ramp from the public courtyards, because basically each of the ramps has their own courtyard that you kind of like go up to, and so you'd speak to those that are there, kind of arrange things. Of course, it's a little bit more difficult this time, and you can go to one of the other ramps because, of course, you have a noble that is leading you to one of them. So you're not going to the public ramp, you're going to one of the side ramps, which is very heavily guarded, but he can allow you inside. So you can get into the courtyard area, and then he can basically, like, allow me to speak with the guards. You'll have to tell your case of whatever you're doing now, but once it's done, they'll arrange things, speak with the queen and such, and we'll just have to wait here. I do have some business that I will separate from you once we get up towards the castle. My father is a noble that works with some of the councils that help lead the city, and so I would wish to at least meet with him and inform him of my safety, and inform him of some of the things going on in the city that I've seen.
Of course, Amin, have no worries. You have helped us greatly.
And know this, there's much that my family could not do, but if you require the assistance of a noble family, the Gelento family is a friend of yours, at the very least.
We will remember this.
So Amin will head and talk with the guards for a minute, and then we'll lead one over to you. It's a well-armored human man, kind of probably 30s, kind of a little bit of a beard, looks definitely tired. You can tell this man is, like, probably not even slept the night kind of thing, you know? It's very visible that he is kind of like, look, you mentioned something about something for the queen. It was mentioned to me.
Yes, we have recovered from the grip of a notorious criminal, a brooch that was stolen.
Ah, yes, the queen's missing brooch. You've recovered it then.
Yes, the Adrian Lamb had it in his hand.
At least at this point in time, who matters of it matters not. We can get someone after you. The queen might want to see this. It might help calm her with everything that's going on. Look, we'll have you speak to some people that you can get a full report of who you found it with. But allow me to go spread the word. Please, just wait here.
Of course.
He'll basically go off and send someone that looks a little younger, maybe a little bit more spry, maybe someone that has, maybe got a little more sleep, maybe, to go basically running up the pyramid to the top, to inform people.
Dude,
and it will be a little...
It's dead.
It'll be a little bit before the person will come running back down.
Ah!
Tumble, 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 tumble.
Oh. Damn, he rolled a nat 1, man. 5% chance to die every time you go up.
Anyway, so the person will come down, and then we'll kind of talk to the guard and kind of go over to all of you. All right, you will be allowed to head up the stairs here and head up. But before you go, I do require for you to leave your weapons behind here.
Oh, I assume we left them at the nobleman's house. Honestly, I hadn't marked them off in the sheet.
Oh, he's just gonna say any weapons you might have here.
I don't think I brought my crossbow.
Okay.
I definitely would not have brought my crossbow.
Okay.
No.
So if none of you have weapons, that is fine. If any of you do, you can leave it with the guards here.
You bring the.
No,
dagger.
I would have left everything probably at the church in your room with the
I
chest.
assume I would have to leave my book here.
Your book isn't a spell.
They
source,
They
it'd be the-
probably don't talk about that particular.
Okay, then I don't leave my.
Because
They
again,
would
like
probably take our component pouches.
yeah,
I mean, I have claws anyway if I really
like,
need.
like component pouches are probably the thing to take because like your book,
But
it probably already has had its effect.
your spell book doesn't let you cast spells; it lets you memorize spells, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Anyway,
we probably lose our component pouches. That's it.
Okay. So it does take a bit to head up the pyramid. It is a very large pyramid. There
I'm
is actually
struggling.
there
I
is
have
an
7
actual
strength.
group
Damn.
of guards that will accompany you, and you can tell that the group is. It's very easy to see that they're a little like nervous, whether it's about you or the city or something that's going on. They are armored, they have crossbows, and they're leading you up there.
There's a dragon person here.
I'm being eyed very closely.
Definitely. There's a couple of you that just stand out,
There
being
are
very.
two people who very much stand out.
Yeah, I'm 6'8" and I have claws.
Yeah, like I feel like you're sus.
I will be nice to Lucia and help Lucia up the stairs.
Yeah,
Okay.
in a couple. Yeah, I'm at 7 strength. It'd probably
You,
use that.
you can ride my back if you'd like.
No, that would be deeply humiliating.
She just needs a hand. Doesn't need a back.
You'll be led to the top of the pyramid and inside into the castle, where a wide set of stairs will curl up to the castle's 3rd floor. So you kind of go even farther into the castle, where you will enter into the throne room of Korvosa, where in front of you sits the Crimson Throne, the mark of seat of power. It is currently empty, and there is a woman in full plate that is very well made, very excellently crafted, kind of standing there, seemingly awaiting you. She kind of give a kind of nod to you, kind of like looking you over as you approach. Greetings. I was told that you are bringing something that belongs to the Queen here. Is this correct?
Yes. Oh. And I pull out the brooch. It's like
She's
wrapped
gonna
in like
kind
a
of
cloth.
she's gonna move over. She's going to kind of inspect it and kind of then like take a look at it, kind of hand it back to you. She'll turn towards the guards and be like, "You may turn to your posts. These great heroes pose no threat to the Queen." How would you like to be introduced to the Queen?
Are you asking for our names?
Names, any
I
kind
think
of
she's
titles.
asking if we had a
If you
a
wish
party
to-
group.
If there's something you wish to announce, name, any kind of thing like that. How would you be introduced?
You can call
Give
me
us a second
Dad.
to confer with one another.
Should I...
Do we want to come up with a name for our party?
Just want to give.
I also tell you, you're like not technically in the throne room. Like she's at the doors to the throne room. You're like in front of it, so it's basically like you would be allowed into the throne room proper from like this entryway. Once this is all complete, kind of thing, to meet the Queen.
Yeah, she's asking us if we have a party name, basically.
think she's just asking us for our names.
I think she just wants our names and
that-
if we have royal titles.
Names, titles, anything special like that? Yes.
Don't think we need name for group.
Yeah, I need to consider if I'm gonna give both my name. So let me
I
think.
just give my regular ass name.
You can introduce me as Khandes.
Adamant Heart. Adamant Heart of Leroung. Should I be? I mean, I'm not dishonored, so.
True.
Yeah, that's why I'm just giving Khandes.
Tavel. Just normal Tavel.
You can call me Tab. It's okay.
Alright. So she'll give
I just give my first name.
Yeah, she'll give information. Of then which she will turn and kind of like stand in the doorway as there is a small kind of procession in there of guards that will allow the queen to take the throne. Queen Ilosa sits down on the crimson throne. She is dressed in a black mourning dress and veil to mark the death of her husband. I do not have a version of her in a black mourning dress, so you just have to see her in her normal outfit. So enjoy that there. There you go. That's what she normally looks like. But think of that, her in just a mourning outfit at this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
You'll there's a silver coffer that sits in her lap. There's a massive vaulted ceiling, stained glasses, crimson tapestry. The place is honestly, it is a throne room for a king or a queen in this case. The woman, the guard that spoke to you, will give an announcement and announce your names, and then accompany you forward to about half, kind of leading you forward to about halfway through the room, or up towards where the throne is, so you can be in front of the throne. As which then, she'll kind of instruct you to kind of like wait here, as she'll move out of the way and kind of take the side of the queen. There is a large fireplace in here, giving a lot of heat and light to it. Silk carpets. At this point in time, the woman who has not given her name will take the brooch from you, and then will take it over to the queen as she takes a position next to her. The queen will kind of then take a few moments to look over the brooch, kind of hold it. This brooch was stolen from me some time ago. Truth told, I never expected to see it again. Yet here, on what could be called my darkest day, you come to me with this kindness. You return to me this, a very honorable deed. It is inspiration. It's hope. Truth be told, when I first came here, I did not know what to think of Korvosa. But my time here, short as it was as queen, has instilled with me a love of this city. A love of everything that's here. And my husband loved it just the same. He was the one that showed me this. His death has broken this city. But the legacy of this great place that we have has not been destroyed completely by this death. And I would not see it torn apart. As this... Sorry, it's me calling. Sorry. Let me take a drink here.
The queen starts hacking up along the middle of her talk.
That's me. Hacking up along the middle of it.
She's got consumption currently.
Oh,
No, she's just
no.
she's just very upset. Her husband just passed.
That's true.
Yeah.
Korvosa, the disaster which rocks it is brought upon by her citizens. These riots cannot continue. You've done me something great. You've filled with me something in my heart that was perhaps missing, perhaps lost with this. A mark of lost love returned to me. I will reward you for this. But perhaps there's more you can do. Citizens such as yourself, standing up and doing such a great honor, showing the light in this darkest time. An idea. Our city's guard is stretched thin, while the aid of the Hell Knights and the Sable Company has been great. Controlling the city is still very difficult. Certainly, heroes such as yourself could perhaps, with your knowledge of the streets and the places and the people, aid our guards in returning some semblance of order. If you chose to, my aide here, Sabina, can see guards can escort you from here to Citadel Volonchensk. I can send word to Field Marshal Cressidia Croft. You'll be on your way. Do this for me. Help our city. Help, not perhaps for an unproven queen, but for Korvosa. Help us not be lost. I'm sorry, though. I must retire, though. As much as this fills me with hope and love and memories of my lost husband, I still grieve for his death. I must rest. Again, I thank you for this kindness, for this great service to me, and perhaps the service to Korvosa, to country and crown. And I hope that I can hear great stories of great heroes, even more in the days to come. She'll get up, kind of be escorted by a number of guards, and before she goes out, she will kind of inform the one she called Sabina, the guard that you had met previously, to grant you a silver chest. So Sabina will pick up the silver chest and bring it over to Lucia, since you had the one that were originally carrying the brooch, and grant it to you. It's heavy.
Thank you. Khandes, please help.
I reach over, grab it.
Sabina will kind of like give a kind of wry smile and then kind of be like, the chest is yours, do with what you will, but the real treasure, she'll open up, are these. Do use them responsibly. Inside are 12 gold ingots.
Holy shit.
They're imprinted by the royal seal of Korvosa. Each of these bars is worth 100 gold pieces.
I got 13 gold ingots right now.
And the chest itself is worth 50 gold too.
That's nice.
So, yes. You were given for the reward for the brooch 1,250 gold pieces, basically.
Yeah. Printed with the Korvosa seal?
Yes, the royal seal is on the gold bar.
I just closed my tabs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
While you were checking it over, the queen is gone from sight. Sabina will escort you back out through the castle and down to the entryway when you got to the top of the pyramid. Look, Her Majesty would like for your assistance. Personally, you seem fine. You seem like honorable citizens. But I understand this is a trying time. But if you will help, I can arrange for guards to escort you to the Citadel. And it would do great in helping stabilize everything that's going on.
I believe we would be willing to help our city of Korvosa in trying times.
Rest of you think the same?
I will give a nod.
I will kind of look over.
And
I'm
I
gonna
was
just look
unsure
over at Adamantine.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say to the guy, I'm like, and I was unsure if it was a place to speak, but I do wish the Queen my condolences.
I can let her know that all of you are thinking thoughts of our lost king. You do... she kind of turning both towards you and Khandes and kind of like look towards you and it's like, your people have been welcome in this city, and your help might go a long way to continue to ensure they are welcome in this city. I mean that not as a threat, but in these trying times where violence and people are to blame, perhaps it would be good for some of your own to make good with the general rabble.
Understandable.
I can lend a hand.
Excellent. She'll arrange for a couple of guards to escort you to Citadel Volenshank. Alright, we will take our break here. This is a really good pointed time to do so. And I can just finish there. If you need a snack, drink, and bathroom break, go ahead and do those. And we'll continue with an escort to the Citadel and meeting with the field commander of the Citadel. So,
Yeah. Working with the law for now.
Dude, I love when this noble who has all these guards who are at least level 3 warriors is like, you level 2 shitters, you do all the work.
Well, we're like gonna...
This button here, and this button here, and this button here, and that makes us back! Hello everybody, welcome back from break. I hope you enjoyed your small little respite. Got some drink, or went and go partying, or whatever you were planning on doing. But anyway. So, you will be allowed to head back to the manor house of Mr. Gelento to gather things and prepare yourselves and, like, you know, get out of the monkey suits, so to say, for meeting the queen in order to, you know, get ready for the guards. If you ask them, they will certainly allow that. You know, you're not really dressed for guard-based action at the moment.
Yeah, we're in fancy clothing. Also, we don't own this clothing.
That's true.
Yes.
I don't really feel like paying off a debt of clothing. Although we do have enough money nowadays, I guess.
I mean,
Do
Still,
Have a
I'd
pile
rather
of cash.
spend the money on other things.
I'd rather not have an AC of 13, thank you very much.
What?
So late.
That's my natural AC.
Plus, I want to put my kilt back on.
Especially when I'm already
Yeah,
down
you
half
do
my
look
health.
great in that kilt.
Anyway, so yes, you can stop by the Gelento estate. The guards can wait for you, and then they can escort you all the way to Citadel Volshenk.
We should get a map that we can look
Volshenek.
at in this
Volshenek.
game at some point.
So
I pinned the map in.
Yeah, but
Citadel
that gets
Volshenek.
to open a tab.
there's
like
a
Bolshevik, but
yeah,
Bolshevik.
Volshenek. There probably is a map of Korvosa. I could
There's
locate
one
it and
pinned.
get it together.
It's a pretty good one.
The city.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have it pinned in Discord.
cool. I might just have to put it in the game and stuff.
It would also help the viewers.
Yes, I'll have to get
yeah.
that together. Remember that.
So we're going to what location again?
You're heading to the Midland.
The Midlands.
On this
okay.
map would be G10, I think.
G10. Great.
It's the southeast quadrant of the city.
I
It's
see.
where a lot of merchants, shops, financial institutes. It is where the headquarters of both the Sable Company and the Korvosa Guard. So much like the Heights, this is an area that has a lot more control. Probably these two and North Point would probably be the three areas that were first secured in the city, followed by plenty of other sections that would have been secured. But even then, like, the areas that are secured aren't without the possibility of, more riots or dangers and stuff like that. It's just that the guard is more likely to crack down on them. So the city is settled into much less anarchy and more it's, got some unrest,
Mm-hmm.
In game terms, I'm using different city statistics. I'm using the city statistics for Korvosa unrest instead of Korvosa anarchy, which hasn't come up for me to need to use it. But if it did, I have those.
Fair.
Are we also allowed to go get our weapons too?
Yes, I said you were
Yeah.
heading back to.
Yeah, we're equipped.
Yeah,
Okay.
you were allowed to go back to the
We're
Gelento house.
fully
to-
functional.
Okay.
I mean, he said he left his weapons at the
Yeah, the
chapel.
church.
That's a little more difficult because you left it way back there.
Yep.
So.
Yeah,
don't see
probably
why you
loan
would have
a-
left it
they
there.
could probably loan you a spear.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you could probably head there after you're done your meeting before you actually do something.
Mhm.
properly,
Yeah, I mean, what weapon do you even have?
I
It's a weird
have
hammer, right?
my Lucerne hammer and my javelins.
Yeah.
And my dagger.
If I had to hazard a guess, I feel like most of our job is going to be in cough the slums.
So,
I also have
Probably.
claws, so
No.
I'm not completely unarmed.
the citadel overlooks Jergay Harbor, and this location here is the base of operations of the Korvosan Guard. Arriving, you can easily tell that what should be a heavily fortified building is barely fortified. It doesn't take a military genius to understand that this place is got the bare minimum of troops kind of guarding the entire place, and plenty of people running around. As you are escorted, you can see that guarding the entrance is a pair of guards that look very nervous as you're kind of arriving, kind of like eyeing you up and looking over. But one of the guards will kind of move up to them and kind of say a few things to one of the guards, and they'll like kind of shake their heads and kind of go, and kind of go, you can sort of go, oh, okay. Thank you for your assistance. And then one of the two nervous guards will kind of go, all right, look, you're expected. Just head in there and, follow me. I'll take you to the main keep. Do you think you can handle this here? Yeah, I'll be fine. So, come on.
Great. Okay.
I
follow.
enter,
Follow along.
follow this man.
So, met the queen, eh?
Yeah.
You mercenaries of some kind?
Sure.
Local, do-gooders.
Okay. Oh, great. Excellent. Could use more folks like you. Yeah. We'll just go inside here. Come on. He'll kind of like lead you through into the citadel proper, into the building, and up to the a room, and kind of knock on the door, and be like, the queen's heroes, mercenaries, people.
Something like that.
Heroes of Kavach.
Hey,
Ugh.
Wrong universe?
Gross.
Anyway, good luck to you. And he's gonna kind of just escort himself out as he'll leave you at the door he knocked on and announced you to. You're just standing in front of the door.
Is the door locked?
No. But he didn't open it, he just knocked on the door and announced you and then left.
I'll wait a couple of seconds.
Yeah, part of me's all like, I'll wait, and then after a few seconds, I'll give another knock.
Just open the door.
Yeah. They're still here? Why they're not coming in?
I'll open the door.
I was just gonna open the door if he didn't respond in 5 seconds.
I mean, I said after like a few seconds, I knocked again.
Yeah.
So, and then...
So
The door gets opened.
this woman without the weapons, but in the armor. Yeah.
That is a cool shield.
She looks completely tired. She's an attractive, dark-haired human woman. She's in her red armor. She's behind a desk covered in, it looks like a loose map of the city with all kinds of markers on it, piles of papers, strewn about. A number of other smaller maps of districts and sections that seemingly have been kind of like attached to places in the walls, kind of marking things. The place itself looks like kind of a mess. This woman looks exhausted. And as soon as she kind of sees you and you're kind of stepping in, she just lets out an incredibly deep sigh. Look, no offense to any of you. You are the ones that the Queen said was going to come here, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That
Look,
is
hi.
correct.
I'm Cressida Croft. I'm in charge here. And I've got to be honest, I didn't know what to expect, but you showed up after the Queen said people would be showing up that were willing to help, and I'm not gonna lie, I need help. But no offense to the Queen. She's trying, but she's new. And I honestly don't know if she knows anything of what's going on right now, really, in the city. You've been on the streets? Have you seen it?
Yes.
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 We came from old Korvosa.
It's very bad out that way. I'm sorry that we haven't been able to get anybody out that way, but there's so many... As much as I hate to say it, there are places that are more important first.
Don't worry,
I'm sorry.
I know.
It's just the way things are.
We are fully capable of helping you in most matters.
Look, I thank you for that. I do love this city, and I feel very bad that there are places and things that are going on, and people that are doing bad things, and we have this chaos going on right now. As much as I have no love for our new Majesty in particular from the old days, honestly, she's what we got now. The king is dead. We've got a new queen. We've got to unite together behind the city and try to unite behind her and help her become at least the ruler that we deserve in the city. And, you are just some random citizens that decided to help out, and I can pay you. I can give you rewards. I can get you under the service of the guards, compensate you. You won't be deputized, per se, but you will have a moniker of legality in your actions, if that's fine. We can give you some paperwork. You can call on the guards. You can be connected with all the local guards. Still know who you are, at least.
Works for me.
This aid would very much assist us.
Excellent. because I've got to be honest, there's a couple of problems that I have that I need someone to help with, and I don't have anybody. All of my people are busy, and the Hell Knights and the Sable Company are they're taking care of some of the worst areas, trying to maintain peace. And in the meantime, I've got all my people spread thin, trying to keep the peace that's being earned. Because heck knows, there are plenty of people that are just biding their time and seething with anger that they Anyway, this is where my first trouble comes in, because I have some trouble with some of my people. I don't like to admit it, but a few of my men have deserted their posts. And if they were just concerned about friends or family or taking care of their own things in the city, I would understand this. There are some deserters that have done this, gone off to protect their families. As much as I'd love to chide them, I might, very least, I'm not looking to punish them. But one man is using these rights for personal gain, and I can't have that. Varric Van Karskin. Now, if this man deserted on his own, that would be one thing. But he grabbed a group of his fellow guards and convinced them that the Queen was going to ruin the city. And I've got to be honest, if people like him act like this, that will happen. It's up to us to make sure the city maintains, and that any trouble our new monarch has is resolved and taught. As the people of this city, I cannot allow this man to do this. It is the worst of the opportunists. The point is, it doesn't matter how good or bad of a monarch she is. She's what we have, and we have to make the best of it in this city. And this is a crisis night now going on. I need all my guards with me. This is an infection that could spread. If others get it in their minds that they can take advantage of the situation like this and earn profits off the backs of others and abuse our city, it is something that cannot be tolerated. But I cannot afford to send men to deal with him. That's the problem I'm in. And honestly, you are a gift of the gods to be here at this point in time. The other fact is...
Oh, sorry.
The other fact is, any of my other guards I might send
might do the same.
Could be swayed.
He must have honeyed words that I was not aware of to convince his fellows to begin with, and any others might be convinced. But you're outside of the guards, and certainly you've shown yourselves to have a penchant for not abusing the system.
Then let us deal with your renegades, man.
Okay, I missed how he was making money.
He hasn't said yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The other end of things is, I do not want him killed outright. Someone that's highly patriotic might do so. I need someone to basically bring him back alive. That would be the best way to show.
We are quite capable of that task.
I've gotten word where he's at. What he's doing and what's going on there, I don't know. I just know that the entire process is fishy. He's holding himself and the rest of his followers in an abandoned butcher shop in Northgate. All the world's meat, it was called. if you can avoid killing the deserters. But I understand that they've brought in their lot with Van Kaskerkin. God, this guy's last name sucks.
Can you
I'll
type
put
it
in.
out?
I will type it out here.
Barrack.
Van Kaskerkin.
Rotten meat probably smells better. Rotten meat probably smells better than rotten fish.
True. But Van Kaskerkin, having him alive would be best.
And Kaskerkin.
I understand it's not 100% guaranteed, and I would accept his body, but I would like for him to come back, to be properly interrogated, find out what's going on, who maybe he's been connecting with in the underworld, perhaps who he's made deals with, so I know who to go after to prevent more people from trying to whisper words to my officers, my guards, and display what happens to those that get what they deserve. Technically, his penalty is not death, but just displaying it, if you're wondering.
Well, I guess for another bit of reassuring news, you don't have to worry about the misgivings of a Gadrin lamb while this is all going on.
The name's familiar, but I'm afraid I do not remember the name of that criminal off the top of my head. If you have some information on the criminal, perhaps his death, before you leave, you can check in with some of the guards down below. They can look over everything you've got. Look, I know that because you are not actually employed through the guards, I have to offer you something. I think I can give a reward. 500 gold, if you can bring Van Kaskerkin alive, and half of his dead. Reasonable?
Yes.
Agreeable.
Mm-hmm.
At very least, it shows that we support you here, and that if anybody asks, you are employed by us. We'll have some leeway, but again, be careful. You're free to use our barracks also, if you need a rest. The mess is also up to you to use if you need a meal or someplace to take a break after at any time. Feel free to use it.
What words may convince the guards who have turned coats?
I don't know. I don't know if they're just tempted by money. I don't know if they could be swayed by coming back to their lost honor. Loyalty that would have been to our place. I don't know what words have been used to sway them in the first place.
You want them brought back in.
If you can bring them all back alive, that would be the best situation. I can't offer you anything on his followers. They're just minions who he convinced to go with him. But it would be something great. But again, I don't know if they're willing to come alive, and I don't know if you can convince them of anything. You might have to ask locals, see what they're doing there. Figure out what's going on. I don't know what kind of enterprise they're running out of there. Only that they're doing something and that locals have been seen congregating in the area during the day. So they're up to something.
We will do what we can.
Once you're done, bring him back. I do have a few other things that I think maybe you can help with. But I think this one takes precedent right now.
We will
And
do what we can to bring the soldiers back alive.
I gotta be
It'll
honest.
be a difficult task.
Yes. This will also give me an idea of what you can do. I can take the Queen's word for it, but I hope for your success. She'll allow you to head off to. You can go downstairs, and you can indeed trade in the ledgers that you have gotten from
yeah.
Vigilante.
Yeah, so I don't remember. Did we fully
You
decipher
did.
it?
You
I did
deciphered
decipher
it,
yeah.
and you came up with a code for it.
Yeah. Well, you have to make a key to decipher it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You could
No, I
you
rolled
put
a-
together. Yeah. You rolled well.
So I marked it all, and we have a copy of whatever important information
Yeah.
was in there.
The guard downstairs will certainly take it, and he will offer you a reward with the key for 500 gold.
Ooh, it's
The
that's
Huge.
money.
To...
Yeah.
Gold.
Which key?
The key to the decipher, like the crypt
Yeah.
key.
Oh, got it. That,
Yeah,
sorry,
so it
my
makes it
brain's
very
thinking
easy
of
for
it.
them to, like, understand.
Sorry.
It makes them very
I
easy to
did the
go
work
through the
for
ledger,
you.
understand
Yeah.
it as this, this is, like, again, dozens upon dozens of various crimes, big and small, that they can, like, either, like, close the case on or, like, connect things together and stuff like that. So it clears up a lot of stuff with this information.
Yeah, we all get 100.
Someone's gonna get a lot of paperwork, but a lot more people are gonna get closure.
True.
Yeah.
Well,
Honestly, it makes things
after
easier in
this
the end.
mess.
They do have things to take care of.
But yeah, good work. It was worth it. 100 gold's huge.
Gold each?
Where's this criminal dude, or this guard dude at?
Buy a
Midtown in
custom
a
tailored suit.
abandoned butcher shop called All the World's Meat.
All
in
the
in the
world.
Midland.
Midlands, yeah, sorry.
Speaking of meat, maybe
Great.
we'll have a bite before we leave.
You can enjoy the mess here.
Yeah, I guess we probably shouldn't go too far. We have a important task to complete.
Don't want to fight on empty stomach.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Bona will bring up that her fiance was a guard and a pretty popular dude, so his name might sway a couple people if you want to go that route.
You can try to use it. That information.
Yeah, we could see if that works.
Mhm.
I'm up for trying.
Horrifically stabbed to death in an alleyway. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, just level up. No,
He's technically a higher level than you right now.
yeah, well, it wasn't high enough level, I guess.
Level 3 warrior.
So
Oh,
you
that's
can,
nothing. That's
certainly-
lower CR than me.
yeah, you can enjoy a meal. And then I'm guessing you're just gonna head for Midland then.
Yeah.
I said
Do we want to stop and get my weapons?
you can go get your weapons very easily.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to do? You've gotten the weapons. You're heading for the Midlands. Generally speaking, it's you know the location of where all the world's meet is, and this is probably the afternoon.
Okay.
I would say
So we know the location, so like we can just go there.
you could just go there to the
Well-
the business.
Maybe we should split up, talk to the local people, see what information we can find out. Maybe we can find out what they're doing.
Yeah. So, a consideration: if we start asking around,
Mhm.
they will. It will get back to their ears that we are asking things.
Again, a lot of local people though have been seen around the building. So there is reason for people to be interested about the building.
Yeah, and
More like, what's going on here? You know, not being so obvious.
We are nobodies for now. You're right. We are nobodies.
Not being so obvious to be like, what's this ex-guard doing here?
Yeah, where is this guy and what is he doing?
Yeah.
What are his criminal connections?
Yeah, it is. I'm just saying, mechanically easy for people to discern that you're looking for them. If you
also
don't
kicking down the front door of a place we know nothing about is a terrible idea.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just pointing out that a fact of the matter. Okay.
I get it.
I am also not stealthy.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm up for doing some gather information checks.
Okay, sure. We're gonna roll me diplomacy and gather some information if anybody wants to do that and ask around.
Someone wish to assist?
Oh, I can assist.
I'll also...
Oh, actually, that's a fail, isn't it?
No, technically you don't fail it automatically on a
that's
skill.
So I can assist you.
I was gonna assist, but you already rolled.
I get +9. I rolled a 1.
Alright,
I mean,
you can...
I'd be willing to go and, like...
Well, we could also
intimidate
split
someone.
up.
That doesn't really help you gather information.
No, it can. You could be like, hey, I don't want to...
That's like fucked up.
On here.
That doesn't help you get reliable information.
Tell me what you know now.
That is
okay,
very... Okay,
so...
the reliable part is true.
It doesn't take you long to find out some information in the local area about All Worlds Meats. You will learn that there is a program of free meat during this time that's going out for the unrest. By the group there calls themselves the Cowhammer Boys.
What a fucking name.
A Cowhammer Boys. Alright, we should just kill them all just for the lack of naming.
We just steal their name.
Oh my god, we become the Cowhammers?
So they've been actually like offering out free meat to keep families from going hungry. They also hire out as mercenaries, and if you wish to hire them, you simply ask about the Knight's special cuts.
Okay, so that's what we should do.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't seem like they're profiteering.
They're probably profiteering with the Knight's special cuts.
Yeah. Depends on like if they're it depends on how honorable that work is.
Money. They're getting money by hiring themselves out as mercenaries. Clearly.
Hey, that's literally what we are right now.
And it's probably really crap meat that they're giving out.
To be fair, I wouldn't really call us mercenaries, and we were kind of like
told.
Our job. It was just shoved to us.
We were voluntold by the queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we knew that was gonna happen. But yeah. I guess we can ask for the Knight's special cut.
Oh, right? Okay. So the thing is, you also get the feeling that everybody in this area of town loves them.
Yeah. That makes sense. They're giving out free food.
Mm-hmm.
Food's kind of tough right now because all the imports were stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah. The question is, where are they getting all this food?
Yeah, that is a good question, actually.
Well, there's a lot of dead imps.
So I want to...
And house dragons.
Mm-hmm.
I want to stake out and see if I can identify an employee. I would like help with that.
Okay.
I can help. I got a stealth score.
I mean, more like, with eyes.
I can see.
I have a perception score.
I have a perception of 2.
I don't think we're waiting tonight.
6.
So, the entire building, I will tell you, is kind of from the front of the building. There's the shop entrance where there's the sign with a fat, smiling cow above the entrance. To the right side is the kind of animal pasture. I don't have a picture of the actual creature.
What's it called again?
All the world's meats.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All the world's me.
You will know also that every morning there's a delivery of cows and pigs to the pen that's on the west side of the building. The entrance is coming from, you're going to the south, heading south to get to the entrance. You're arriving on the north side of the building. And on the west side of the building, just every day, cows and pigs are being brought in.
Maybe someone could follow whoever delivers back to where they come from.
I could do that.
Might give us the answer of how they are connected to maybe someone not so good.
Don't know how
Sita
useful
was-
this is.
Sita
I could
was
also-
Sorry,
How
I was
about-
trying to remember.
Tavel, what were you going to say first, and then we'll give you that. Tavel, what were you going to say?
This is just I'm throwing this out there, but if things happen, I don't know. I could pretend to be one of them. Be like, hey, I'd like to join.
You are technically trying to become a guard. Ada, what were you commenting on? Because we were talking about following.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Cressida was worried about criminal connections, so perhaps it would be good to find out where the meat is coming from.
Well, the question is, do we want to wait till night, follow this guy throughout the nights, and then not stop these people? It depends on the swiftness that we wish to accomplish our task.
We should investigate at least.
I agree.
Stopping them before we know more. Someone else, they could just prop someone else up for the same thing. If we find out who's behind it.
If we stop the shipments of meat, it may be easier to convince others to surrender from their current occupation.
Also, the people would not be on their side as much if they're not getting the free meats.
Exactly.
It's a bit of a long shot, but I have a ability to make people really talkative and like me. So I might be able to, if I can get close to one of them, get them to talk.
Is it a spell?
I was just kind of born. I've always been able to do it, even before Tab's book.
I see. Natural charming ability that is quite useful. That is a good option if the opportunity presents itself. Perhaps. Well, perhaps the one who delivers it. Do we know how many come and deliver these cows? Is it an individual or a host?
It seems to be a number of different individuals if you'd asked around, and also like you kind of can get some basic information, like you would know and be able to see right now there are animals in the pen. So most likely what they do is like they seem to arrive in the morning when they're giving out a lot of meats. The animals are there, so probably after they've handed out the meats in the evening, that's when they slaughter the day's things for the next day, kind of thing. You know?
Yeah.
So the animals hang around the pen for during the day.
Yeah, but the guy that delivers it's just one person usually that delivers animals, or is it more than that?
I would think probably a group if you're delivering large amounts of animals.
I would say no one would recognize whether it's the same person or not. You know, that's something they wouldn't know.
Well,
from many of the people you asked.
It's not about if it's the same person. I'm asking if a singular person, like It could be 10 different people that cycle, but does one person deliver the animals, or is it like 5 people coming to deliver the animals?
Usually a couple people.
Okay.
Because it is a decent group of animals. It is, up to 3 cows and up to 2 pigs. Not gonna lie, I have dice rolls to see how many cows and pigs arrive every day, basically. There are some days where no meat arrive. No cows or pigs seemingly arrive. Though they always make sure to have meat.
Oh.
Even if you don't see a pig or cow in the pen, they're sure to have some meat the next day.
Yeah. Well, it will be, it'll be a little difficult for us to track these guys down to follow them, but we can do that.
Well, Ada can fly.
Can
you fly high enough that they're not going to notice you?
I can fly and be subtle.
Flying
animals are delivered in the
quiet.
morning, so you will have to wait till the next morning. But at that point in time,
I imagine a medium creature flying isn't particularly quiet or noiseless.
Yeah, and the thing is, there's not a lot of things except for, like, hippogriff riders in the city, so, like, flying of a large size might be noticeable, but might not be. It's sort of like a...
There are also a lot of flying creatures in the city, from imps to pseudodrakes to griffins.
Yeah, but you're medium sized.
You're pretty...
You're fucking massive.
You're pretty large.
Well, I mean, hippogriffs are bigger than me, but...
Oh, yeah, but the thing is, like, hippogriff riders are usually in large groups, not individuals, too.
Yeah.
The Sable Company usually sends out, like, a retinue.
And they're also not flying about all the time.
Yeah. So again, like, there is a chance you'd be noticed during the day, and
if they look up,
them during the day.
They'll probably see.
Oh, yeah, no. Like, I definitely do it in the early morning, whatever. I was more just thinking it could help me get from rooftop to rooftop as I follow someone.
That's definitely better.
You could try to do that, yeah.
Yeah, well, the question is, do we want to follow these guys? Do you want to see where the food comes in? Or do you want to maybe send Tavel in to infiltrate these guard people to see what Tavel can learn inside?
I could join Tavel.
It might be good to do what we can in the meantime, and we can follow if we don't achieve anything today.
Well, Khandes, are you one to deceive in disguise? Tavel has a way of convincing people of falsity.
That was a Vona.
I could just say I'm volunteering, and
being a good liar is handy.
The question is, are you willing to risk the suspicion if your words are unbelievable? Tavel going in alone is almost assuredly easy to go in there, unsuspicious and normal guard. A Shanti man, like yourself, is a sore thumb.
I could let Tavel do the speaking. I just am there to be extra muscle.
You could offer to help with the meat side of things.
If they are accepting help for that.
I can offer. If they say no, I leave.
What if we try to get free meat first? Talk to them while they give meat or something. Cat, ow.
You would have to. I will tell you, it's very easy to see that, like, well, by the time like you're like around the area now, there are a couple people that go there and look like they leave empty-handed, because probably it's the morning rush. You know, also like you rolled like a like a 24.
22.
You 22. Well, I'm saying like the joke.
Yeah.
You know that like it's if you're gonna get there before noon because usually they run out by noon. You might get lucky if you wander in later on the day, but you never know.
Yeah.
At that point, you're probably getting scraps.
Yeah, if anything.
Yeah.
So
You said it's already like noon.
It's already like mid-afternoon. It's probably like 4 or 5 in the afternoon by now.
I think trying to get in, like join the group, is a good idea because then you can see their morning operation. I'm just worried that if you're not always going to be able to let someone else speak.
I've never been good at lying, and I don't think I'd blend in very.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trained in bluff. I get a 2 for my charisma.
Yeah, that's the major concern is that you don't want to.
But that's why I wouldn't do any active lying. I would just be like kind of stand there, just puffed up, like I'm here for strong labor.
Yeah, which could work. Well, that's a lie, right?
Well, but not saying it like Tavel take the speaking part of this, and I'm kind of just like in tow with her or them.
Yeah, you could try it. I'm okay with that. I'm just yeah. It's up to Tavel if Tavel wants to take you in there. I think mostly.
I can work either way.
I just think it would be best not to be alone in case something happens.
I wouldn't mind that, to be honest. I'm sure we can pretend you just can't speak or something. Easy enough.
Play up to the stereotype of savage. Don't understand a lot.
No, that's a little too far. You are an intelligent human being. I don't want to take that away from you.
People always think that.
Speak. I don't mind taking you in if we infiltrate.
I'll watch your back.
Ada's gonna follow the people while Tavel and Khandes infiltrate. What are Arona and Lucia doing?
It's an excellent question. What the hell are we doing?
Yeah, let me look at my spell list. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can't do a whole lot. I can talk to people, that's about it.
I can threaten people pretty well.
I
have 9 intimidate.
Doesn't
really help in this situation, but
just scare the poor peasants away.
I was pretty stubborn.
I can start doing some fortune telling.
Yeah, I mean,
like a side hustle.
Side hustle.
So besides the memory of this, I could actually do fortune telling and hope to get some of the guards.
Yeah, no, that's actually
a
really
band
good
to come and get a fortune told.
Yeah.
So I guess me and Ivona can do that.
Mm-hmm.
You could be the muscle. You're not very muscular, but you get like.
I have an aura of like.
You have the don't fuck with me face. You know what I mean?
With this 9 intimidate. 5'4", 130-pound woman, by the way.
Don't fuck with that. All right.
So, when does Tavel and Khandes want to go do their thing? Because, like, you could go now, you go tomorrow morning. When Ada does her
now is probably best.
It's probably best to go now.
Okay.
When it's not busy.
Mm-hmm.
When there's probably time to talk with the people.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to check something Let's see here. Just to let you know, let's roll that. Let's roll that. Okay. So currently, in the pen, I'm just letting you know, there's a single cow. Just one cow.
Talk to it. It might know things.
Moo.
Oh.
Cow.
It might know stuff.
Ow. You speak with animals, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Get me to scroll that real quick, okay?
Mm-hmm. So, the two of you will head into the shop then. There's a long counter that runs over half of the room. There's a door that's ajar in the back behind there. A low bench sits against the east wall. And the north, there's a marble top display that looks like where you would have all the meats out. There's some like stains of like blood and stuff. Still some flies in the room, probably where all the meat and stuff would be put on display. You can easily see where it would be, and currently there really isn't anything there. There are two men in here, and I can show you what a cow hammer boy looks like.
I want to be Cowhammer boy.
Does he look like a cow hammer?
For whatever reason.
Howdy, y'all.
Before you show this guy, this entire time I've imagined the butcher shop from Full Metal Alchemist. Just the really buff dude. It's a...
Well, that's a cow hammer boy.
Oh my god.
You know, it's
huge,
close.
Bro. Bro is yoked.
I want to be Cowhammer boy.
It's close.
Dude, that mace on his side is actually fucking massive.
Yeah.
That is a huge mace.
That's like the size of his head.
I think that's like
This man is comically large.
Oh no,
No,
the
the
on
mace
the side.
on...
Never mind.
No,
Yeah, I realized.
Yeah. Like, that mace is too short because it's not long enough to have...
There's no balance.
Yeah, but...
You can't fit both his hands on it, or like one hand is like too thick.
The head of the mace is as big as his head.
Bro,
Oh,
he's got a mace-sized head. It's a heavy mace, I guess.
Anyway, there are two individuals in this room. One is a taller man with very bushy eyebrows, which merge together just into just one above their large flat nose. And the other one who seems to be kind of, you can hear like kind of a little bit of a wheeze in their voice, and you can tell like their chainmail doesn't quite fit their frame. It's just a little like, it's basically like Khandes was in the outfit earlier, except with chainmail.
He's freaking yoked, dude.
Are you just dressed as yourselves? I'm assuming you are.
Yeah,
because
I'm in my normal
have
gear.
Like a soldier's outfit on, very utilitarian. Very
the one with the bushy eyebrow, the bushy unibrow, will kind of like look up, you know, kind of from sitting back there and go, kind of go, kick off! We don't have any more meat, and also, kind aren't wanted here. He ain't local.
Now that was rude, brother.
Ain't your brother.
Oh, we could be. I heard there was some business going on here.
There's business going on everywhere. Look, again, if you're interested in meats, you're gone for the day. I'm giving it all out. And I've already warned you once. He's kind of like put his hand like on his side, you know, for his weapon, be like, you gonna kick off. Your kind ain't wanted here. Haven't been looking after the locals like we have.
Oh, come on, brother. You know the city's a mess right now. Everyone needs a little bit of help. And I I need to do my part and help each other out too.
Yeah. Why don't you start a butcher shop of your own? Then you can help people too. The other one, the kind of wheezy one, like, kind of like a wheezy laugh, kind of.
You know, I was hoping this would be a little bit easier. What was it that I heard? Could I look at your night special cuts?
Oh. So, you're asking about the night's special cuts now. Is that it? He's gonna kind of like, kind of shake his head as the other one, that kind of like wheezy one, will kind of move up, kind of go to the door, kind of close it up, kind of put a little sign out front, and kind of go back to his seat, and and then like, as he kind of like looks to them afterwards, he's like, "All right then, 50 gold per person beaten, and you won't have to worry about them ever again. Trust us. Clients love us." Whose face we gotta break?
How about I pay 50 gold to help join you? I'm sure 50 gold will help. And I can make more in the long run.
You say you want to get in on the beatings. Is that what you're saying? You two don't look like the type.
I just give a big smile.
Look, I know I got a pretty face. But my friend here, we've been through some stuff together. And there ain't nothing we ain't gonna not do.
Huh. Interesting. Look now. I'm not saying, I'm not saying it's interesting that you're saying this. Gotta be honest, it kinda is. But you don't think you could go doing your job on your own with someone else? You need us? I'm, wondering why.
With the city way it is at the moment, it's kind of better to be in a large group. I already had a close call earlier. Bigger group. Figured there's safety in numbers, you know.
Aren't you a soldier? Uniform screams it.
Well, I'm lucky to say this, but I got kicked out of there for not being too soldier-like. So, you know, the uniform kind of helps me get through with some people.
I will need a bluff check and a diplomacy check from you at this point in time. Because that bluff is very good. Diplomacy's not bad. I have to
Like,
check.
If he's not hostile, that's
He technically wasn't. He was close to being hostile, but offering the thing kind of did bring him back. Let me see here. Yeah, no, they can't get it. Nope, physically can't get a 27 on sense motive. So your story is quite believable for them, honestly. All right then, I just had to make sure. I didn't write down sense motive. Didn't note that. All right, you know what? How about a test for you two? Look now, sounds like you're an interesting lot. But we're not the ones that have to make the big decisions here. No, no, no. We gotta talk about a few things first. You understand me? So we're gonna give you a test. Two of you, go do your test. Come back to us. We can talk more. And if things work out, we will welcome you with open arms.
Of course, brother.
Alright then. Turns out, there was someone that was asking for a special cut. Let's see how well you do. I don't want to be sending someone else to go collect on it. You understand me?
Loud and clear, boss.
Alright. I want him broken. Beaten. And what's left of him, you bring back here. Show me it. I don't want a breath on his body. You get my drift.
Crystal.
Alright. Great. So, there's a local man. Goes by the name Rorgrid. We need him broken. We're going to keep the 50 gold for this time, but you get to be the breakers. Test. Maybe if you prove yourselves, we'll get you in on things. And you can get some cash and break some more folk. And you can help out the nice folks of town. That's the name, Morgan. He'll give you directions to where to find Morgan. So, you've been tasked with beating a man to death.
Hell yeah. You capable of that?
We're not
the only
actually gonna
thing
do
he's
that.
got. You can beat him up.
Well, you don't want to look like a bitch in front of your new friends, right?
You gotta
You gotta
just
beat
give
him
him
to
like
death
50,
now.
like beat him up and then give him 50 gold and tell him to play dead.
You gotta beat him to death. You don't look like a little
I have
punk
to
ass
drag
bitch.
his body
No.
back.
Too bad we don't have
Oh my
Same
god,
death.
if only we had this guy's self. Holy shit, we could look like him, and that's a way to get someone else in.
Well, I was gonna also say, too bad we don't have what's his name's body still. We could just bash his face in and be like, here he is.
We know where that is, though. We know where it is.
One of these.
No, it depends on how old this guy is and if he's here.
Yeah. We would need sculpt corpse.
I'm gonna tell you,
I shouldn't be surprised that that's a spell.
Everything is a spell.
If you can think of it, it's a spell that exists in Pathfinder.
okay. I'm gonna be nice and tell you a few things here. One, they basically have a basic description of Rorgrid and where to find it. These people probably never met him.
Yeah, so we could just bring in a beat up body.
But two, you probably would have to figure out a way to get rid of Rogrid, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to be.
Well, you could still kill him just as a treat for yourself, and then you can.
Well,
win the
we
other
could
body,
also
right?
just say,
I'm not
hey,
murdering you,
off
but-
and basically be like, go lie low until.
You gotta be kind of
settle.
evil just to randomly murder
Yeah,
someone.
just
Well,
one.
no,
murder,
I
that's
mean, no,
three.
we could just tell him, look, there's people after you.
Yeah, yeah. No, it
Go-
works. Yeah.
Go leave the area for like a week. We're going to take care of it.
Well, basically, someone paid to get this person beat up.
Right, but that's why I'm saying we warn Rogrid so he leaves,
Mhm.
and then we have to find a body,
Uh-huh.
preferably one that's already dead.
That
And just
roughly
bring it
matches the description.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a body that you could probably beat up. I'm gonna tell you,
Our body's a little
Rogrid
decomposed.
it is only a day old.
Yeah, so it's not that bad.
It's not.
You
not that bad,
did
yeah.
So,
And I
put
doubt
it
these
in an
people-
alley.
Yeah,
Probably
I
eaten
doubt
by
these
rats.
and I doubt these people,
Fair.
are going to examine it and have,
Some
medicine
imps might
check.
get hungry.
I just
Oh,
like
this
the
body
thought-
was killed
we're like,
yesterday.
yeah, we're gonna kill this dude. Don't worry. We walk out, we meet back with him. We're like, what are we gonna do? We're supposed to kill a dude.
I've only been in
What
the
are we
alley
gonna do?
for a little
Oh, let's
bit.
just go grab Gendron, you know? Yeah,
flies
he'll
are
be
barely
useful in
on.
death.
The flies
So-
are barely.
So, by the time you come back, me and Ivana are probably not even set up the fortune telling stand yet.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, we've been tasked with beating someone to death to join them.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty brutal.
I have an idea. We
The
know where
corpse.
there's a body.
Who do you need to beat up? I can go convince him to lay
His-
low.
His name is Rogrid. I'll give the description and
Like, I'm gonna tell you,
location.
the description's like it's an older gentleman. It's probably
Oh!
enough that you can like. It's probably not quite as old as Lan, but like with Lan having beaten in face, it might be less noticeable.
Yeah, I'm
you
just
know.
gonna hammer his face and just like, okay, there we go.
He saw your weapon.
I-
Your weapon
Well-
leaves.
Yeah. I mean, worst
I
case
can-
scenario, if Lamb's not still there, we could go try to go back to the fishery and get the one guy that I smashed against the
Orc?
wall.
He was also very dead.
Oh no,
body.
that guy. The-
No, dude, that dog probably broke through that door by now. That guy's.
The dog may have broken in the door to eat a corpse. You did leave a dog there.
But we don't know if any of the kids went back there either, though.
The kids went back and ate the corpse, yeah.
But I don't.
Do you think?
I
Do you
don't
think?
think that
Wait,
they ate
wait. Do you think the dog ate the kids? That isn't much better.
I like the idea of the
Kids eat the corpse.
kids take the corpse. It's like,
It's better than the fish face.
like-
Look, man, times are tough. What do you mean?
it's like you like open the door. And they're like, They've gone feral.
It's
They've
a
gone
competing
feral.
life for us.
Okay,
the
yeah,
kids
sounds like we
they've
have a
gone
plan.
feral.
Do we? Do we have a plan?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright.
I really love
Well, I
this
mean-
plan.
Do you think it's not a
I
plan?
have nothing better to do till. I
Maybe
have nothing
the-
better to do till tonight. I'll go pick him up.
We can still do the fortune telling thing
Well,
if you want
What's
to.
wrong
do
with
so.
all of you?
You can do what
sure
you're
I'll
doing. I
convince
have to
them.
smash in face first.
Listen, if it was anyone but Gadrin, I would say no to harming his corpse. But it is Gadrin,
Ugh.
so it
I
is
mean-
probably okay.
He did keep the lady's head in a box.
We can call upon the wisdom of our friend that is beyond the grave.
Yeah,
I can
Yeah,
actually hear everything we're talking about right now.
Oh, she can.
you
She has
are
no
all
comment.
insane.
Do you have?
I
better
don't really
idea?
like this plan, but it is a plan. Do you have a better one?
We could just not go back.
That is a plan.
That might be more suspicious.
Oh, it's totally more suspicious, but also I don't want to murder anyone.
Well, we wouldn't.
We're not murdering anyone.
We're just
Exactly.
bashing in a corpse face.
Exactly. That's fine. If it's that sack of shit, it's good.
I mean, it also gets rid of the body.
The rats were gonna eat him anyways.
No one would have cared.
No.
Where his
No one cares much for a corpse in an alleyway.
Alright, so... I guess
What the fuck is happening?
Tavel and Khandes will go find a corpse, and
One,
it's
nothing
still
to
there!
do with you psychopaths.
I bash head in.
Yeah, it probably is partially eaten by some rats. The rats are getting at his leg or something, you know.
I'll
Might
hit
want to
the-
cover that up.
I'll bash the
Okay,
leg. too.
I do want to say, there's so much food around with all the dead imps.
Yeah, the corpse will be munched.
They're not eating the imps, though. Like
wouldn't-
most things, don't eat the imps.
Like I said,
True.
I'll
Oh,
bash the leg as well. It'll just look like it's broken. You know, like I hit it really hard with my hammer, which I'm going to.
Mhm.
That'll cover up the rat bites.
Yeah. Crack the leg, crack the face. Alright. You got a corpse. Lucia, you are gonna go talking to this old
Is
man.
Ivana coming with me?
No.
Great.
Ivana's setting up a fortune-telling thing, I guess.
Yeah, if you can finish up setting up the fortune tellers, then that's great.
Do you want me to go with you, or would you?
Oh, yeah. Tavel probably should go with me, so Tavel's witness there.
Well, I'm thinking that we probably want to take a route that's going to take us back around close to the house anyway, so we're coming from that direction.
Yeah, but Tavel going to the scene where he died is a case of watching.
Yeah.
There's reasoning. But yeah, you guys can come. I see no problem with it.
I mean, eventually I'll wrap around and
this plan
really
is...
come by so I'm seen with the.
It's ludicrous.
You know, if anyone asks me, has seen me.
I remember
this is a-
time
This
in
is a D&D
wizarding
plan if I've ever heard of.
when I was in the college for
role-playing.
magical arts. I remember I formulated a similar plan. Prank my gnomish master. Without bodies, of course. It was a switching out of pastries. One filled with jelly, the other filled with tomatoes. It is truly the same type of situation.
Truly.
Perfectly the same.
We're switching out the jelly of a living man for the tomato sauce of the dead one.
Actually, also maybe if we could
I regret my decision
ask
to
him
speak.
to give us some of his,
What is
give us a pair of
wrong
his
with you?
clothes.
You
You know,
are a
I'm making
psychopath.
humor in a dark situation. That is the way of humanity.
But if we could get him to
I
give
really
us a pair of his
thought they were like
clothes
a
as well.
protection mercenary group and not a.
No, I thought they were killing people. This makes complete sense.
That's probably where the meat they give to people come from.
Probably not. They probably don't feed human meat. That would be unethical.
Murderers have low standards, but that's a little too low.
Like, they're unethical, but that's, like, immoral. On, like, a fundamental level.
Knock, knock, knock.
Alright. You're... Stay back! Stay back! Don't worry about it! What do you want? Don't make me beat you!
Rogrid,
Get out of here, you robbers!
we're here to...
Good boy, good boy! If they try to break in, you tear out their throats!
Can we sit down and have a pleasant conversation?
Who's asking?
I am Lucia. I am a member of a church for...
We don't want any, nor do we give any money to damn churches.
I'm here to help save your life.
How are you now? Gonna
Yeah.
save my soul!
No, not church related. I'm sure you're familiar with the what's the group called? The
You
fucking
have a bounty
Cowhammer
on your head.
boys?
the
Cowhammer.
Cowhammers. You heard
Ain't
the
heard of nothing like that.
Okay, well, they're a group of turncoat soldiers that get hired to kill people. They got 50 gold on your head.
Only 50?
Your
Well, they can try.
Look.
Trigger heel or tear out their throats.
I'll give you 100 gold if you leave town.
I'll give you 100 gold if you shut the hell up and go away. Oh, no,
I'll
I
take
won't.
that. Yeah, okay, well, don't offer, then. Listen. How about this? You're a stand-up citizen. You want to help deal with the people causing all the trouble, right? To get back to your normal life?
Beat them in the face until they shut up.
Great.
Stop waking me up in the night.
Well,
you show me a face beating random kids?
We have a plan to deal with them permanently, and not just one person, but the whole group of them, okay? But we need your help, because you're the keystone to our arch.
You're very important to us.
So could we please come inside and have, and let me explain it to you? Where I don't
Give me
have
a
to shout.
Diplomacy check.
Yeah.
Tavel can assist, I guess, as Tavel's
yeah.
talking. Yeah.
I guess.
You just gotta get, you just gotta hit a 10.
No.
You didn't hit a 10.
Tavel doesn't know.
Fine. 19.
Go the hell away.
I'll give you 25 gold if you just let us talk.
Trigger, no! Their throats may be tasty. Alright, fine.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
He's just gonna kind of like partially open the door as you see like a large kind of like hound just trying to like get out there and kind of snap and snarl at you. Trigger, no! You can tear out their throats if they're just selling more religious stuff or being annoying.
I am not selling anything.
He kind of like holds up a cane. He's like, "Gotta beat you in the face again, keeping you away." Schmack!
Look,
Keeps you in line.
we just need...
How you keep family in line.
Great. Look. We just need you to do a little bit of a performance of us. I need you to pretend to be dead, but not actually dead, for a day. That's all. I'll need, you know, if
Then I gotta leave my house.
What?
I don't want to leave my house.
Yeah, you don't have to leave your house to pretend to be dead.
Huh. Okay.
Stone
Just gonna give me money to stay here?
Bro. Yes. Let's like bash in a window to see like we pretend to break in. You can use the money to repair
I
it.
don't want to bash in my window. I need more money than that.
25
I need
gold is
window
more-
money.
No, that's more than enough money to repair your window. Windows don't cost that much.
How about another 25?
I'll give you another 10.
He just kind of grumbles.
I'm staring at him. Dead eyes.
He's staring back, you know.
Let's roll D20. Whoever loses staring first loses, okay?
Alright, I'm just gonna roll a D. Let's see. There you go.
Nice.
Fine.
God.
We'll meet in the middle. I'll give you what would be middle of that? It'd be another
15.
yeah, I'll give you 15. I'll be like 17.
So you're gonna give me
32.
No.
Which is a lot of money.
25 plus 100 plus 32. Gotcha.
Oh, God.
That's not how that math works out.
That offer went off the table after you said no, sir.
I'm gonna give you a total of 45, and that's it.
That's 45 gold deleted from existence.
You're gonna break my window and then just have me
Yes.
be quiet? What about old Trigger here? He needs to go out. He needs to do his business.
you'll survive. For 45 gold, yeah, I think you could survive.
My gosh darn niece is gonna show up. Gotta give her another whipping to make sure she gets in line. Keeps back talking me.
Sure you want to keep this guy alive?
You know, I'm considering the secondary option.
Yeah, so
This guy is like neutral.
You sure you want to like knock in 50 gold real fast?
This guy's trash.
I can see why people want him dead. And
It
okay.
It was
Maybe.
probably a
Maybe.
family member.
It might be.
It is
I don't think
unethical to do so. I can make him go to bed.
Maybe it was his niece.
All I'm saying, Ben's been too sassy. We have to take a
This
stand
man
now.
is evil.
We have to take a stand now, or else every NPC is going to be this level of sassy.
We
You
just
know-
gotta kill him now.
You know, I don't like your attitude, sir. You're gonna get less gold. You only get
And I'm
30.
gonna say no to you as he goes to close the
I'm gonna-
door.
Your window's gonna get broken, and you're gonna get no money then. How do you feel about that?
Put him to
I
sleep.
remember your faces. As soon as the guards come back around, I can tell them
Hey,
about you.
sure, I'm working with the guards right now. So,
Oh, then they'll love to know about your corruption.
yeah, no, I'm helping the guards right now. That's what we're doing.
I'm sure they'd throw you in jail and beat you to an inch of your
Put him to
life.
sleep. I
Sleep.
know you can do it.
I slumber.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna roll
and
it.
then tie him
Did
up.
I forget. Did I come with you?
He's asleep.
He does have less than a 5
Oh,
bonus.
Man, you could kill his dog. It'll be real funny when he wakes
The dog's
up.
like.
I'm around. I sleep the dog. It makes it. You guys have to deal with the dog.
I have to look up dog
Did I
stats.
come with you?
Not very good.
You did say you were coming along.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only one that didn't come along is Yvonne, who's setting up.
I'm
The
not
dog
there
is asleep.
yet.
I don't want
Not
anything
I
that-
to
just
do.
sleep for a round.
I don't want
Well-
anything to do with what's happening in that house.
Well, these guys get a turn, and the dog gets a turn, or something's going on. I don't.
I
This
just-
dog has a +2 bite.
I just I'm gonna use something else for a token for a dog.
Why
do I have a dog token? I have Blue's token.
Yep.
You have a scary dog token.
I was
we
about
did
to
in
say
the
that.
fight.
It is just a normal dog stats.
It's the dog with the spiked collar.
I didn't clear out the old ones.
Nice.
Oh no.
Nice.
Let me
Even
know when
better,
I get
dude.
there.
Let me clear out the old ones.
God, oh my god. This guy, we need to beat him up. We just need to tie him up in his attic or some shit. Fucking
Oh,
drag
yeah,
him.
I'll just let him die of
Exactly.
starvation.
No, come back and save him later because of ethics or something.
Oh,
how much?
You're roboing really bad, Linz.
I'm gonna clear it and
Let's
then
go in
we'll
the
just
shadow room.
re-add these and redo the. Oh, I did not.
Rolled the same.
Let me
Yeah.
know.
I
when
also deleted the dog. Okay, I'll let you know when you're there.
Yeah.
Lucia, just redo it and we'll switch you to 3.
I don't want to
Nice.
roll and get an at 20, bro.
Do
Can you
it.
just right-click and add me?
I do have a much better plan.
I can just
Oh,
add
man,
you.
that dog's some free food.
That was
it's
not my better
unethical.
plan.
It's unethical to murder him, but it's not unethical
All right.
to tie him up.
Ada, there's an angry dog here that's going. It seems very aggressive.
Non-lethal's -4.
I was
Just kick the dog.
handle animal.
All right,
That-
boy.
That works.
yeah, try it.
16.
All right, let's
Don't
take
know
a
if that
look.
works.
I have to look up
Handle
handle animal.
I've never looked at the
Uh,
handle animal chart.
I've never rolled this skill in my life.
I've rolled it. Been a long
Handle
time.
animal, DC 10. This is not a helpful page.
This page is a little bloated.
Because it has all the trick rules as well.
Yeah, it's got trick rules.
Handle animal is a 10. So,
Just a 10, I guess.
It might have penalties for
Oh,
being
okay.
aggressive.
Hostile, yeah.
Yeah, it does still follow basically the same rules as like a person for
like diplomacy.
Well, it says if the animal is wounded or taking non-lethal damage, and the DC increases by 2 for handling animal, but it doesn't really seem like it increases a whole lot. It is just the dog.
There's a dog.
But 15 seems pretty reasonable to calm a aggravated dog.
Yeah, because it is technically trained and likes people in general. So
Domesticated.
It is a domesticated dog. Sure, you can convince Trigger not to maul you, but it still will kind of gurr at everybody else. They'll kind of like look at you, kind of like whimper a little bit, kind of like, you know, and go. Well, you have one more round to figure out what to do with an unconscious old man.
I think we tie him up.
We tie him up. Hog tie, specifically.
No,
you also like put like something in his mouth or something to make him like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he have an attic?
Or a basement?
Yeah, does he have it upstairs or downstairs?
Probably he's got like a small like cold like root cellar, and probably he's got like a small attic space.
You know, I think it would
put
be
him in the
better-
root cellar.
I think it would be better if we're seen leaving with him.
Well, I'm going to be coming with a body. You'll be... I can come
Where
in
would
and
we
come back
put
out.
him?
I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know
let's
this
just put
area
him
very
in.
well.
Let's put him in the cellar. Put his dog down there.
What is wrong?
We'll
I
come
will
back
make
for
sure
him
that
in
the dog,
later.
there's a dog bowl with food, so he doesn't try and eat the master if something goes wrong and we don't make it back.
Alright.
I put a bag of 25 gold down.
He's just looking at you very hostile.
This
old man tied up in a basement.
This is against all of most of my ethics, but you kind of suck. So, you know,
he's growling like the dog now at you.
You
Harold, you
are
better put
my
him down. He's
stepfather,
rabid.
which is not a good thing.
Look, this is for the good of Korvosa. You've done your part.
I flip him off as I'm leaving.
This is when you send the chaotic people to handle the situation.
We'll leave this off here. As he left an old man in a basement with his dog and a
You're gonna
food bowl.
forget that this man exists, and he's going to die.
I mean, he is an awful human.
I won't forget.
Oh.
Lens, you are roboing out of control.
I'm sorry. Did you want my voice?
I'm sorry. This has become wonderful.
It's become a very strange.
That was the
plan.
most D&D encounter I think I've ever D&D.
Very unhinged.
Very, very Dungeons and Dragons.
You know, we
we
didn't
have
really
no
hurt
plan.
him in the end though, and we gave him money. So like, in the end, it was
Sure.
only like a.
He is the one that ended up with more out of this than
Yeah,
me.
he won. He should have died.
He kind of. I mean, death is a lot. He deserved something.
He at least broke like a
This is
finger.
probably it.
Thank you, Tantus, for giving us someone that we would have not felt bad about murdering if we
That's. I was planning as soon as I had when you because I decided, you know, oh hey, if you want to go in there, a test like this, and so I was going to present you with someone that was like, this is the kind of person you might want to murder because he's an awful human being.
Yeah, if you had like less of a like a code of conduct to yourself, I could definitely see murder.
Hey,
being good in murdering is pretty difficult.
I presented you with the quandary of it, and you managed to
My
not murder
character's
this
chaotic neutral. I might have murdered him. If
You
Yeah.
considered it.
I
I'd be
have-
like,
actual
this
thought.
man does not.
I
deserve
have
to
a
live.
moral compass.
I also have
He has
a
no
Ugh.
first problem. Yeah, get rid of that.
Strict.
My
I have a
character's
strict right and wrong.
My character is good leaning.
Anyway,
That was a good encounter. We handled that pretty well, to be honest.
Look, you know, I honestly didn't.
I mean, we didn't handle that again. We handled it pretty well, considering.
You know, I'm enjoying the direction you're taking. The infiltration route is very fun. You know, I'm not gonna lie. You know, you have some investigation things, and you have some great ideas for some investigation of these people.
I'm guessing the book option is just to walk in and be like, "Hey, we demand that you come out."
The book option is very. They give like, here's what happens if you happen to murder them all or fight them all. And they do give some other vague suggestions on how to handle it, but it's sort of like, it's not giving me full options, it's giving me information for it.
This is one of those quests that exists to get you further along in a level. All adventure paths have these.
Yeah.
They're absurd.
Yeah, like, I'm going to tell you, there's a couple of these you're going to do that I wanted to do both of them because they are relatively interesting. Like, this one is kind of interesting of, like, you know, the guards and stuff, and it makes sense for, like, this is a good initial thing, so that's why I thought, hey, we can do this one. I like this. So, honestly, you've made it better than I thought it would.
So you guys, your last 10 minutes,
you have an old man in a basement and a mutilated corpse.
Hey,
what else are you gonna do with
you know what? He came in handy. He's going to do one good deed as a dead man.
The corpse you tossed in an alley actually had a use.
How is the half undead the most morally good person in this party?
I don't think you've done anything morally
I think you have
evil.
done something pretty bad just now.
No, he's fine.
You did knock out a man and his dog and shove him in a basement.
That's
Being
pretty fucked up.
Tavel
being
has
chaotic
issues
good
with abusers, okay?
being chaotic good requires some quandary difference between, you know, the chaotic line being relatively generally not and good being hard to balance, you know? There's a balance to it.
We didn't kill him.
I paid him money as well.
You
And we're doing it to stop a really bad thing.
Yeah, you are stopping him from being beaten to death. This is true. So you've technically saved his life, at least at this moment.
Unfortunately, we haven't saved all the lives he's beaten.
Yeah.
He probably technically hasn't killed anybody, but he's probably beaten a lot of people with a cane.
Yeah.
I mean, he literally specifically said he had to whip his like niece into shape.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't put it past that the niece is the one who put the hit on him.
I imagine that's probably what happened.
That is actually what I was planning for it to be, even though you probably don't really find that out. You know, she was like, beat my horrible uncle that I've been, like, my family's forcing me to look after. You know, who mistreats me.
When I was robot-y, I was like...
Wait, hold on. He did say his niece was coming over later.
Yeah.
No, so when I was robot-y, I was saying...
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything of what's going to happen.
You're gonna beat her up too?
No, I was... When I
No,
was robot-y,
the house is gonna be empty.
Let Linz finish.
when I was robot-y, I was saying, well, we didn't kill him, but when the niece comes home, what she decides to do is her choice, you know?
I hope she doesn't kill him. That'd be bad.
Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to have her do that or not. She
If
might.
she does, it's out of our hands.
Who says she even has a key to the house, though?
Well, didn't you say you broke a window?
No,
We
we didn't
were
break a
going
window.
to, but
But
we
we didn't end
didn't.
up doing it, so.
You just hit him in a basement.
Well, she could break a window.
Anyway, let's give some shout outs.
I have a week to think about this. We might think of a different plan to put him somewhere.
Yeah, no, look, you know, you might improve this plan in some kind of way. I don't know, but this is.
I have time.
Khandes hasn't
Characters
showed
have-
up either.
You have
The characters had
entertained
a
me
few hours. We only had like a few. Well,
like a few minutes. You'll have more
Yeah.
time the week to effectively think of if there's like a
Oh,
different.
I got a good
response.
idea. Okay.
Anyway, Joe, do you have anything to shout out?
Watch
Ugh.
dances. Yeah.
Sal.
I'm a year older now.
Oh, happy birthday!
Oh.
Happy birthday! Linz. Whew.
I'm pulling the cat out the bag.
That's better than
my
pulling the
cat
bag out of the cat.
Feel fucked up.
That cat looks so mad.
Momo.
Hi. You can obviously watch me here, and sometimes I'm discussing tabletop. If you're just as confused as I am about what happened, yeah, don't worry, I'm right there with you. You know,
You didn't have a better idea.
Weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen someone come up with.
Look.
I can't say I've made worse plans. You've seen what I did to Records of Evil.
I'm not gonna lie. You know, I don't think anything can beat Asmocon.
I don't think anything can beat the direction I forced Records of Evil to go.
It was a direction, and things happened, and it was pretty entertaining.
I loved Asmocon. That was a great idea.
You know, I don't know what it is about my games, but people just have crazy plans, and I accept that. Hi, Dracovin, I run this place. Oh, no, Worm, you shoutouts too. Sorry. I cannot forget.
You can find me on twitch.tv/DiamondWorm or @DiamondWorm on not Twitter. Not like it's not. Basically, it's no longer Twitter. No longer Twitter.
Twitter.com, I like to say, because that's
formerly known as formerly known as Twitter.
Yes.
The website formerly known as Twitter. There we go. Let's just pull prints. And I'll probably the next time I'll probably stream is Friday. 7:30.
Okay. Hi, yes, as I was saying, Dracovin. I technically am the person that runs this channel and do stuff here often. I've been off for the last couple of days. I streamed earlier today. I'm going to be off the next couple of days again. I'm just doing stuff to combination of setting up things in a computer for a new computer, and also I've got to do some other things that came up. So been a little busy. Should be back towards a relatively normal stream schedule next week, but I'll be back on Saturday for tabletop, discussing tabletop. So plan for that. And then we'll be back next week, 9 p.m. Same time, same place, more insanity. We'll see how the plan goes or evolves by next week. Anyway, everyone out there, I hope you enjoyed as much as I did, because I just, it was good for me. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I just did the plan, just thank you. But anyway, till next time, I say everybody farewell and goodbye. Bye.